It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on ERN. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gatto, and welcome to Round 3 of the Elite Racing League's premier racing division, the P1 IndyCar Championship, as we come to you today from Silverstone Circuit in the UK for the inaugural running of the Silverstone Indy Grand Prix. As always, joining me in the booth, as he will all season long, is my good pal, Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, welcome to Silverstone, a place that I know that you have a bit of more familiarity with than I do, at least when it comes to Formula One history. We'll talk about IndyCar history here at Silverstone, but we're coming into what is going to be an interesting race, because weather will play a factor here at some point before this race is over.
Yes, it is. So it's going to be really interesting to be here. Actually, it's really, really nice to be here in Silverstone. The new configuration, something really don't like it a lot. They got a lot of stuff in but they keep it the same. The old grandstand or the finish line, the old finish line in that time. So yeah, you said it's going to be something. And yes, we have 97% chance to raining in between of the race. So it's going to be in around 20 minutes around that. So it's going to be raining here in Silverstone. Normally, always happen in Silverstone at this time. So it's going to be really, really excited that moment, because I think it's the first time we see raining down in the race in the URL.
We've had wet conditions, but we haven't had a full rain race yet. Because remember at Mid-Ohio last year, we'd had a mostly wet race there. So it's going to be a little interesting to see how that pans out. Okay, before we get to the starting lineup, because we just did we're getting ready to go official here in just a moment. We will hide those graphics, but we will bring up the points. Here are the driver points. Tyler Foyt is your points leader. Matt Wagner is tied with him at second. I don't know if Wags is in. There he is. I do see him. I don't think he's qualified yet. Tyler Foyt, he is in the lineup today. Alexis Newsom not in the lineup today. Clindy here, Frankenfeld here, Forsyth here, Hunter Ingrave is here. Ethan Stanley, he's my favorite for today, but we have some dark horses in the lineup. Falkingham, I do not see him. Oh, there he is. He's now second on the provisional grid, so we'll talk about him in a second. He is ninth, and then Shane Coker is 10th. That is your championship standings. Let's get into the rookie standings. And it is Alexis Newsom, your rookie leader. She has been not classified as a rookie until now. But Falkingham will probably regain the points lead at the end of this race if he does well. Then we got Paul Mini Letters, and we got Brian Greenlee, Alfieri, Bagney, Durazo, Mixer, Paz, and Ruddock. And that is your rookie point standings. There's a bit of a log jam from sixth on back, so if one of the rookies has a good race, they can vault themselves up into the top 5. Let's get into tonight's starting lineup. And on the pole with the 4D Pole Award, not his first pole, but he is showing he has pace on these road courses. We need to watch him as Brian Blauman. And then we have Falkingham right next to him. Then we have Stanley, my pick for today's race. Then Tyler Foyt. So a lot of the Lake Norman guys all up at the front. Pole, third, and fourth. Then Seb Alexander and Troiano. Troiano was fast on all practice. Wadsworth and Hibbs, Gavel and Kosala. That is your first 10. Then we move back to the next group of 10. We got Dan Morera and Pedro Bibel. Watch Pedro. He's a bit of a ringer. I've seen him in the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Series, and he is good on road courses. Then we got Richie Hurd, Jan Frankenfeld, Heil and Smith, Mixer and Cullen, Schold and Klindy back in row 10. Camargo, Vandermeer, Herrick, and mini letters, Albrecht and Ingrave. Ingrave coming from deep in the field. We will watch him from the 13th row. Aldrich and Rexing Forsyth, another driver that has a lot of experience on road courses deep in the field, and Alfieri. Lawson White, Durazo, Jow Ritter, Wags, and Greenlee make up row 18. 36 cars on the road course, Lewis.
Yeah, that's really, really, really happy to have that big field. It's going to be a short, just only one turn to 16, 17, 18, and we have a green flag.
And here they come off that final corner. Green flag is out, and we are racing for 61 laps.
Somebody, Pedro, a little bit breaking in the middle on the restart.
Look at these, just everybody on top of one another. Ethan Stanley, we got a car off.
Yeah, we have a pole ventilators on the back. We have
caution on the race course.
You have an incident on the back with I can tell you.
Dan Morera.
Hunter Engrave. Hunter Engrave on the back. And also it's in ball.
Yeah, we got Dan Morera involved in the mid-pack. Not sure what happened there.
Camargo also too.
But we're just seeing a whole bunch of action unfolding, and that is not an iRacing caution. I don't think that is a steward's caution. And yes, the 16. I'm not sure who the 16. Micah Mixer into the side of Dan Morera, and then Hunter Ingrave a little bit further on back. Not sure what happened here.
Ryan Schultz after that in turn 4 and 5 losing the control with Michael Mixer too. It's 3 incidents actually around.
I didn't see what happened to Hunter, but that's what brings us under caution here at lap 1. So interesting now. Falkingham picks up the lead. Stanley in second, Blauman third. Tyler Foyt is in fourth. We'll get back to live shots here. But Falkingham, he'll have to pick up the pace car here, or the pace car will have to pick him up. But interesting now, we don't see this very often on road courses. We have seen it before. We saw it at Long Beach in the past. We saw it at Barber in the past, but not very often. And now it's going to kind of open the door for maybe somebody to try to do something off strategy here a little bit. I think with the weather coming in, Lewis, I think that's going to really prevent a lot of people from being crazy out there. But if you started on the reds, you can get off them real quick if you want to now. But even if you are starting on the reds, if you wait and you got good track position, when the rain comes, the tire change rule goes out the window when this was declared a wet race.
Yeah, actually, that's the rule they talked about in dry condition. You have to at least use 1 lap for the alternative or the primes. But when the rain is coming, you have to use the full wet tires. So all that stuff you talking about is gonna go on the garbage. So all the strategy about I started with the red to be more fast. I started with the white to be more slow, but more time on the track. It's gonna be on the garbage if it's coming. The rain in the, I can tell you, it's coming in about 15 minutes. So it's gonna be really interesting that, especially in between turn 10 to 14. That's one of the dangers when you go super fast in that section. So it's really important, especially now. So this is one of the turn 9, the old track. Actually, the old main straight they have so far before, and this one of the Beckett's. I don't remember the other names, but it's really famous because it's the fastest turns. And in the wet conditions, it's gonna be really dangerous for everyone.
Well, we are still under caution for at least another lap. The light is on the pace car still. So IndyCar has raced before here at Silverstone. In fact, the track they ran on, and I'm going to draw on my screen here, was very similar to this one insofar as when I'm drawing the line here, that's kind of what the track looked like back in the day. It was a road course, but it was very much an oval, a road course in the style of an oval. Think of modern day, think of how Laguna Seca used to look before they added that infield portion. Kind of with a couple of turns, but mostly very fast corners and not a lot of corners. But now there's, they added there's 18 of them now. But before there wasn't very many in the old course they did run here. But back in the 1978 USAC season, IndyCar raced here only one time back under USAC in 1978 for the Daily Express Indy Silverstone Grand Prix, scheduled as a first race of a UK road course doubleheader with Brands Hatch the following weekend. Silverstone was won by the legendary AJ Foyt. Originally scheduled for 52 laps, it was rain shortened to 38 laps. While rain tires were common in F1 at the time, USAC ran only slick tires during this period. So it was it was win number 61 out of 67 for AJ Foyt. It was his last of 3 road course wins. Ironically, his last 2 road course wins came back-to-back at Mosport in 77 and Silverstone in 78. The flying Hawaiian, Danny Ungaius, who actually, if you see Brian Blauman out there second on the racetrack, he is in a Danny Ungaius throwback from Interscope Racing livery. Danny Ungaius was on the pole here with a time of 1:41.1. They were using the 2.932 Grand Prix circuit configuration that was retired in '86. Okay, let me tell you the type of racers that were in that race. Okay, the top 5 finishers of that race, which was AJ Foyt, Rick Mears, Tom Steva, Gordon Johncock, Johnny Rutherford, have a combined 14 Indy 500 wins. In fact, Rutherford was actually racing for McLaren then, so this was kind of a home race for McLaren. But if you count Uncle Bobby and Al Sr., who finished 8th and 10th in the top 10 there were 21 Indy 500 wins that finished among the top 10 in 1978 when IndyCar came here. On top of that, just to tell you how much experience of IndyCar drivers were in that field, the entire starting lineup had a staggering combined 254 Indy 500 starts, give or take. But that was a field that took the green flag that for the one and only IndyCar race here at Brands Hatch. Very much an all-star, star-studded event that was hoping to get a lot of people here and for them to come back, but unfortunately IndyCar never came back.
So you're really right about the look like oval. So people, you have to check the circuit modification. It's from 1950 to 1990.
Yeah.
That's the when you're talking about the look like oval, and it's really the oval. It's just I remember Salazar talking about that circuit, and he said it's not chicane. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
You don't have even at all. It's just it's a one line, and you have to put the car over there. If you're going to left or to right, it's depending on where is going the grass. you lose the control, you can have a big accident around. So you can see in the internet the one of the configuration in 1950 to 1990. That's the one.
We had some takers to pit road. I think some of these drivers had issues on the opening laps. Dan Morera stopped at lap 2. Chris Albrecht, Hunter Ingrave, Joe Ritter, Nigel Camargo, Matt Wagner, Ethan Stanley, and Micah Mixer, and Paul Miniletters. He stopped at lap 2, but from Albrecht, Ingrave, Ritter, Camargo, Wagner, Stanley, and Mixer, they all stopped on lap 3. So they are going for a slightly different strategy, and Ethan Stanley is already on the wet tires, Lewis.
Yeah, that's a good team, but we don't have yet any confirmation by the team. Well, the weather is coming. Actually, we are around 10 minutes for a 90% of the raining. But the problem is when you use a raining in the dry star, on the surface, the tire is getting overheated, and you can lose a lot of time.
Green flag back out, and we're already under attack going in the 1. Hibbs side by side with Foyt. Seb Alexander side by side with Wadsworth. Oh, Alexander around! Oh, and Hunter Smith into the side of him, our Indy 500 winner.
God. It should be a yellow. My God, Hunter Smith, he lose the control and poof, by himself. And Seb Alexander lose it by himself. It was a side by side with Justin.
Yeah, he just under acceleration on the colder tires, I guess. I mean, here are your weather conditions. Track tip is actually not too bad. 97 degrees, 68 on the ambient.
Yeah, we have a 14 miles on the wind. Wow, Justin, a little bit wiggling in the exit on the Beckett. And yeah, I think the condition is going a little more cold, and the rain is coming. It's coming soon.
Justin Vandermeer on the inside of Clindy. This is a battle for 13th. So we're going to have some changes in the points with Alexis Newsom not in the lineup. And rain is starting to fall on camera. Rain is starting to fall on camera.
Wow. It's just about in couple section. It's not about the anywhere. You can see in turn 3 and 4, like it's now the everyone's passing for that. It's not raining.
We have a new leader. It is Brian Blauman now as he gets out front. But at some point, you're right. It is raining in some portions of the racetrack while not raining in others. We're starting to see where they are right now in turns 6, 7, and 8. It's getting rain is falling there.
Yeah, now it's raining in turn 8. It's coming with 9. That's the whole section on the Silverstone. And now it's not raining. Look at that. It's
Chris
over there.
Chris Albrecht has switched to the wet tires already.
Interesting. We have 3 people. Stanley, Albrecht, like you said, also 2. And the other ones just waiting for the disaster.
Yeah, we have Greenlee who decided to go on the primes. Clindy went to the primes. Blauman, our leader, on the primes. Everyone on the alternate red sidewall tires. But as soon as this is declared a wet race, which actually Stanley and Albrecht have already met the regulations by changing the compound. But once this is declared a wet race, they obviously the only thing they're going to switch to are red tires, are the blue tires. As we see now, precipitation at 1%. So track still dry. Falkingham purple lap that time, a 1:42.4. IndyCars, I said, here goes Falkingham to the inside here for position. Upper under here for Blauman. As I mentioned, though, IndyCars never run on this configuration. This is more akin to what you're going to see when Formula One comes here.
Yeah, that's the circuit they remade it in 2010 with all of this new configuration, and that's the new stuff.
So be prepared. Don't go anywhere. We have a wet race incoming. We're lap 6 of 61. Your leader is Daniel Falkingham, followed by Brian Blauman, Tyler Foyt, Gavin Hibbs, and Eric Troiano is your top 5. Gavel Wadsworth, Pedro Bleibel, Casola, and Hearn your top 10. Your biggest gainers at the moment is Jared Rexing up 13 spots. There he is. William White, this is a local race for him. This is a home game. He's up 15. Forsyth up 10. Lawson up 10. Durazo up 11. So we have some guys that started in the back of the pack that are starting to move up rather quickly. Another driver on blue tires now. Paul Mini Letters. Mikolajczyk, he is on the blue tires now as he's sliding through the grass.
Jesus. So this is really interesting about the Ethan Stanley is doing 140.7 last lap, and Daniel is doing 142.7. So basically, it's almost a 5 seconds below Ethan Stanley just for now.
Lindy with William White right next to him. William White is normally one of our stewards, but this is a home race for him, a home game. He wanted to come play, so we have alternate stewards in the box. So I want to thank the alternate steward for volunteering for tonight, allowing for an extra racer. 36 cars taking the green flag here tonight. The Elite Racing League's Pole Award goes to Brian Blauman, and it is sponsored by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the description. Richie Hearn attacking Rashav Casola. Lewis, we kind of expect anywhere between a 2-stop and a 4-stop today, but I'm pretty sure that once already with the caution under our belt, and once the rain gets here, I'm willing to bet that's going to throw that 2-stop strategy out the window.
Yeah, actually, they can even come to the pit and just refuel like Ethan Stanley did. It's no losing time to just change the tire, refuel. And I'm pretty sure maybe these 3 guys did the stuff. So I think it could be a nice chance for everyone make a fuel. But that's why it's better to wait for. Maybe Ethan Stanley with that pit stop he did for the wet tires.
Yeah.
Could make sense.
I don't know. I mean, Stanley was my pick coming into the race, and I thought this was a good opportunity that we would start off this season 3 for 3 races with 3 different winners. I still think we're going to see that today. But Stanley has been kind of bitten by the caution bug here before. I remember a couple seasons ago when we raced at Barber, he came to pit road under an early caution and then got caught up in a racing incident shortly after that stop. And that really kind of cost him a shot at the championship that particular season. As you kind of boil it down to, if you could think back for one instance, it was kind of that instance that really kind of ruined his championship chances, or made him a lot harder, let's put it that way. And I'm surprised he stopped this time. I thought he would stick with the track position, but he's going for a gamble that it was going to rain sooner maybe, and decided that just to put the wets on. And he went full wets. I mean, he didn't go in intermediates at all. He went full wets. So I'm thinking that he's gambling that it's going to be a massive downpour here soon.
Yeah, actually, the raining it is in top. They the weather forecast said in about 3 minutes it could be more heavy. So that's what our staff said. So for so far, I think the strategy on Ethan Stanley is about the flashbacks, about the what if I do this and mess. But it's a gamble. You come in here to play, and that's a could we make a good result on Ethan Stanley on the pit stop. But for now, doesn't work.
William White attacking Liam Cullen. Massive attack. He sent it. He just couldn't hold the line. They go for 4-5 down the hangar straight here. University of Chichester. Go, you fighting Chichesters. Frankenfeld, Glindy, side by side. Frankenfeld going off into the corner.
Oh, no.
He slides off into the gravel and turn 9, and he has a broken rear wing and a broken assembly. And that is going to be day done for the guy that finished on the podium at Texas.
You know what? Remember this incident? The incident with I think so 2 or 3 years ago with between Hamilton and Verstappen.
Yes.
Same place.
And it was with Clindy, I think. Was there contact with Clindy coming into the braking zone here in 9?
It is.
Oh, and Clindy goes under the rumble strips to try to get the nose there. Oh, yes, exactly, just like the Verstappen and Hamilton situation from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, Clindy brake too late. They have so many space on the right side to use that space, and for sure, you don't see by the Frankenfeld perspective if a Clindy is more inside or on the middle, and just is. This unfortunately, it's a bad decision actually, or maybe bad move for Clindy in there.
And our leaders have reached lap traffic, and that is our Indy 500 pole sitter, Chris Albrecht, who is on the blue tires right now, on the rain tires. He's expecting a more brisk downfall, and it's not arrived yet, but they're trying to get around him. And here comes Blauman to the inside. We got a bit of a drag race going into turn 15. Side by side, both got on the push the pass button. Neither are willing to give an inch right now. Blauman slices across the nose and picks up the position. Back to the lead for Brian Blauman in the Interscope livery.
Nice side by side between each other. But you know what? Brian Blauman have a 146 seconds on the push to pass versus Daniel just 193. So be careful of that. About on the end, what has happened?
11 of 61 laps here. So we are coming right around 50 to go. And here comes Falkingham again. And I'm surprised, really, Falkingham is able to attack after 11 laps still on those red tires. You figure the prime tires would come back in a little bit better by this point, but I'm wondering if the temperature of different parts of the racetrack are allowing the reds to be a little bit more effective on the drier portions of the race course.
I'm assuming because this kind of track have more grip, they help with for example, if we go to, for example, Barber, or we go to, for example, Long Beach, the grip is kind of tough for the red tires. So because this circuit is the pavement or the asphalt or whatever is in the surface is really make more grip for the cars, making more the duration on the red tires longest. I really surprised also too, but also because we have this long 2 laps caution. to make it all cool down, or also the weather temperature in the track. So it's a mixed stuff, but also make excited between Daniel and Bloman in the first place.
Riding with the cat, Dan Durazo, as he tries to run down Liam Cullen in front of him as they go through turn 15. Brian Blauman on the pole today. Well, he won 2 poles last season. He won one at Mexico City and won one at Iowa. So he won one on the oval, he won one on the road course, and won another this season here at Silverstone. So Blauman now starting to rack up those pole numbers here in series history. We have started this season off with 2 different winners. Are we looking at a third?
Oh,
Chris Albrecht, you mentioned he's on pit road.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Oh, he's going to the slicks. Going to the slicks.
Oh.
So Ethan Stanley, the only car now on the wet tires, as he is now. The rain has not come as he thought it would, and he's now hemorrhaging a lot of time out there. And if the rain does come back, I'm thinking that he needs another full course caution now at this point. I think that gamble did not pay off for him.
Yeah, it's something also we see here. It's like they said it's coming the raining. The raining is 70. Now we are at 100%, but. That's the forest car.
Contact on the racetrack. Durazo and Liam Cullen. Cullen has lost one of his wings.
Oh, no.
He's going to have to come to pit road. He cannot get that car to turn.
Oh.
Got to be careful when he does a rejoin here. Here comes Brian Blauman, purple lap. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, we missed it right. We'll go back another 5-10 seconds here and watch what happened here. I think just gets a run on him here. And the door kind of closes on him a little bit.
I think.
More than that, they did a little bit of a hip check.
Yeah, I think it's no follow Liam, because Liam came on one line, but it's something normal when you want to approach to the corner. You want to take the right side to approach to the apex on the left side. So something normal, and unfortunately it's making damage of the Liam. Okay,
so if we're going to do a 4-stopper, the window is open now, either at 12 or 13 laps. A 3-stopper, the window opens at 15, 16 laps. A 2-stopper, it's a very even race at that point. It's basically lap 21. Originally, I thought we were doing 63 laps today, and we're doing 61. That's kind of weird. So some of my numbers might be slightly off, but the neighborhood is still holding true. That's 61 laps in their schedule as well. So at some point, I read 63.
Some people talking about that, about the 63, 61. What happened?
Okay, so I wasn't. Okay, I'm not alone in that. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's 223 miles we're doing today.
So in between the people rolling, did you know this track, it was using by the RAF, or the Royal
Air Force.
Air Force, actually.
Yes.
In the Second World War, yeah.
Yes, it was a bomber base.
But they opened the track in 1948. Was in the schedule for the Grand Prix in Europe, the Euro Grand Prix actually, winning by the Italian Luigi Villoresi or something like that. But Luigi. So basically Luis, but in Italian. But the first winner in the Formula One in 1950, it was Giuseppe Farina. Since that, still in the schedule between Brands Hatch, between Brands Hatch, Silverstone until 1987 when they decided to don't go to anymore to Brands Hatch and still in Silverstone.
Pass for position. Wadsworth over Gavel. That moves Wadsworth up to 7th, but the battle still continues to rage on at the front as Falkingham and Blauman have not let each other go, and they're side by side once again.
Yeah, side by side, both then. I think the tires on the Daniel is getting bad. I think it's a time to Brian Blauman to make the pass because he started to losing time. He's losing. Last time he lose 4/10, and I think it's time to Brian do it the pass.
You're in 6 and 7. Interesting combo where he could get in position here.
Nice.
Tries to get the car alongside. Off heavy acceleration now. Long acceleration zone through this little kink right here. Downforce of these cars should allow him to go full speed through here. Both on the button. We'll show you. We'll give you a situation on the button. Cuts across the nose. Falkingham.
Yeah.
To coin a phrase, once again, he says, no Falking way. Can't have that position now. Go ahead.
The first time he racing, he won 2 races. Daniel Falkenfan won the last 2 races. It's coming to rain again.
The rain is coming again. We're starting to have a little bit of pickup on the racetrack now.
And because I was myself in the Indy Light Series in P1, on P1, read his name, it was like, oh my God, if I say something bad, I prefer to call it Daniel. So, he's, man, 7% of the chance to raining. We are in the, actually, it's gonna be raining.
Yeah, we are. The track state is classified as mostly dry, so you could define that as partially wet.
Yes. Oh, you have it too. Oh, that's nice. That's good. I thought you have it. Richie Hearn on pits, actually.
Richie Hearn on pit road. He goes up on the jacks. Do we see him? Yes, he goes to the wet tires. He is going in early for a gamble here. And it's this one might pay off a little bit better than Stanley's gamble, I think.
Oh yeah, Stanley was the, you know what, is the, you go all in, and sometimes you go all in and you have the good cars, and the other one have the better cars. Is that's happened with Stanley now. Unfortunately for Stanley, I think the gamble was too fast. I think so. He think it in something worse, and it wasn't. So I thought also too it's gonna be in this like a 50 or 20 minutes ago. It's gonna be a fully raining, but nope.
Lawson, Greenlee, Clindy, Alfieri, all in a group right here. And there's ample runoff room here at this racetrack. That's one thing that a lot of drivers like. But Clindy to the inside, he's going to pick up one position over Lawson. But it allows for a lot of drivers to kind of take some different lines because there's a lot of forgiveness on the runoff areas. And you see these 4 drivers picking different lines on each one of the corners. As Clindy goes by Alfieri, Alfieri goes wide in turn 9. So Clindy picks up a couple positions on that lap. Meanwhile, back up front, the battle for the lead has kind of separated a little bit. Blauman now leads by 1.3 seconds over Falkingham. Falkingham falling back now.
Yeah, I think the strategy of the raining and also be the leader is going to be a good chance for Brian Blauman coming to the pit soon. Maybe in 3 or 4 or 5 laps more, and maybe YD decide to change the tires with 8% of raining.
William White on pit road. We just caught a basic glimpse of his car. I believe he's coming off with a No, he has gone to the red tires, so he is gambling that it's going to stay dry out there. Only 2 cars on, now 2 more cars. Jim Herrick has gone to the wets, full wets, and Justin Vandermarl right in front of him has come to pit road and is now out of the cockpit. He might have retired. We saw some other cars coming off of pit road as well. Ben Lawson Daniel on pit road.
Oh, the leader is coming to the pit too.
Blauman now, we see him coming around the corner. Both P1, P2. What do they go to? What do they go to? I think they got to go to the wets. I don't know who's going to really gamble. And yeah, everybody's coming to pit road right behind them. So I think everyone's deciding they are going to go to the wets now.
Pedro Lebel still out in the truck.
Yeah, Pedro getting taking the lead here in his first start here in the series. And we ride with him right here. Former winner in the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship, Pedro, making his first start here in the Elite Racing League. And right in front of him is Ethan Stanley. Go ahead. Black flag, Dan Durazo.
Yeah, it's beating. Okay. It's beating on the entry on the pit road. Unfortunately, it is something happened also on the road. And normally it happen in Nova.
So Pedro Bleibel going long with conditions getting worse out there. Now the track is very lightly wet as the classification.
You can see the spray of the car on the Pedro on the back. Also on the front, you can see it is on the front. Ethan Stanley start to spray some shower on the car. So I think it's Pedro, if you don't want to lose more time, you must to come into the pit.
And yeah, Pedro is coming into the pits. We just saw him shoot down pit road in the background. There he is, the Majors Garage sponsored car. He's teammates with Micah Mixer. So that's going to turn the lead over to Hunter Ingrave, but Hunter's going to come to pit road. He is currently on the alternate red tires right now. So this is going to give the lead back to Brian Blauman, and it's right back to where we started. Blauman and Foggingham came to pit road just a couple of laps ago, or actually a lap ago. They're still on their out lap right now.
Oh, Ben Laston, meatball flag in the turn. This is turn,
oh, and Lawson, yes, he is missing a wing and a wheel. Black flag for Matt Wagner, our winner of Motegi on pit road.
Yeah, Ben Laston in the last section, 18, 17, 18. I think it's too wet. That section went to the wall.
This is a 3.66 mile road course, 18 turns. When IndyCar came here, as I mentioned, you ran on a 2.932 mile configuration in 1978. Unlimited tires, pit road speed limit is 37 miles per hour. Painfully slow. But unlimited tires. But there is a tire compound change rule, and we've talked about that. But now most of these drivers have satisfied the rule because they've gone to the wet tires. Once it's declared a wet race, go to the wet tires. The tire change rule is kind of out the window at that point. This is the first ever Elite Racing League in all their series, whether it be ARCA, Cup, 2003 Cup, Xfinity, trucks, sports cars, everything in the whole history of the Elite Racing League. Very first race at Silverstone. So thanks for joining us, watching a truly remarkable and groundbreaking event here. No previous race ever here at Silverstone. So this is the inaugural race, side by side with wet tires. Careful, boys.
Jeez.
If you enjoy ERN's coverage of the Elite Racing League's P1 IndyCar Championship and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future ERN broadcast. We're going to take this time to get a real quick word in from some of our sponsors. We're at lap 20 of 61 here of the Silverstone Indy Grand Prix. Your leader, and the camera will stay right here and side by side, is Daniel Faulkingham. Brian Blauman is second, and Pedro Bleibel, by staying out, has maintained his track position, is currently third on the racetrack. We'll be right back.
Looking for a heck of a deal? You'll find it at Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Right now, over $4,000 off 2025 Escapes, $2,500 off 2025 Broncos, and over $5,000 off select new 2025 F-150s. And the best part, every one of them comes with a Bolin lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. Big savings, long-term peace of mind, all in one place. Tom Bolin Ford Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
And we are back at lap 21 of 61, watching a battle between one of our point leader challengers now. It's going to be Tyler Foyt. He is up at the 5th spot, and he's being challenged by Eric Troiano. Watching a battle earlier with Gavin Hibbs. Hibbs gets on by, got the position. So now Hibbs trying to set sail for Pedro Bleibel, who's in that blue and black car right in front of him. But this right here on the racetrack, Lewis, is 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all in a train here. Under what conditions now at Silverstone?
Yeah, it's really. You know what? Nice performance of Pedro. You mentioned on when you call it the grid, and he called it. He stay out for 1 or 2 laps in the leader. He came to the pit and is now in 3rd. He have a good performance, leading this group on Gabby Gibbs. So also Tyler Foyt is getting in trouble to keep at the track in these wet conditions. We are very light wet, 12% of chance for raining. It's a shower around, but I can say it's coming back and go away. It's because in some point the clouds have a hole, and that's why the raining is not fully raining. So, but it's getting there. It's getting more wet at the track.
So there's a couple drivers out there. Now I'm showing you here on the tree if you see somebody with the white a white triangle next to their name, they are on the wet tires. Someone with a red triangle next to their name, they are on slick alternate Firestones right now, and that is William White, who we'll go back and watch right here, who seems to be handling it pretty well still. Richie Hearn, Craig Forsyth, Dan Marrera, and Jim Herrick, the entire Ford E squad has said, no wet tires for us. None.
You know what? It is so cool to sit on board on the cockpit. It is so cool to see the raining on in the screen. The rain on the front is so cool. So, yeah, I think the gamble of that is getting bad. And I don't know, man. I don't want to be in that group with that decision to don't use the wet tires because.
Well, it's interesting enough that Hearn switched to the wet tires and then switched off them.
Because in some point, like I said, at some point the clown is coming, but they have a hole, and that hole is not wet, it's not dry, it's not raining. That's why it's like we've been for 2 or 3 laps with raining, and then it's coming for 2 or 3 laps more in dry start. But now it's the track is wet, and in some point on the track, for example, I am now on board with Gabby Gibbs in this section on the 6 and 7 and 8.
Hibbs here, yeah.
Look at that! It's super wet in this section, and you can see the spray. You can see it's more darkness in the track. I expect it's gonna be more wet in maybe in 15 or 20 more laps.
Look at that! Oh,
wow!
Yeah, I mean with the counter steer there. This is where the graphics of iRacing have really improved. I mean, it looks real out there. If someone were to glance at this. Like if they saw us running at a sports bar or something, they'd be like, that's actually looking like real rain. They see the raindrop streak across the arrow screen here. Take a look at the inside on Pedro. By the way, in case someone's wondering what I have for a graphics card, I have a 4080 Super, so that helps as well.
Hey, with my 3070 look like cool, but for sure, one of the Series 4 or Series 5, sorry, it could be amazing the graphic in the iRacing. Look cool, man. Really cool.
Still watching this battle. Meanwhile, up front, Daniel Falkenham leads by 2.9 seconds over Blauman. Pedro Bleibel watching this battle between Hibbs and Bleibel for third. Hey, Hibbs looking forward to the next race for us on the schedule. Let's bring that schedule up, by the way. There it is. We're out to New Hampshire. We're starting this week. We're starting the season off with 5 back-to-back races. So boom, 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 boom. And next time we are going to our first short oval at New Hampshire next week, and that is where Gavin Hibbs is a defending champion of. So it's one and only IndyCar Series win came there. Check out this battle. Hunter Ingrave has got past Troiano. He has caught this group. And now Hunter Ingrave, who has one career road course win here in the Elite Racing League. Remember, he won that highly controversial race last season at Road America. He's had himself a great week over the last week or so. Last week, as he gets his wheel in there on Tyler, finished on the podium last Wednesday. In the Horizon IndyCar Series. Then on Saturday, he wins in the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship at Gateway. He also had a pretty good finish here at our last race at Texas. Yep. But he is looking at another good finish this week as he gets around Foyt and moves himself up into 5th position, Hunter Ingrave. So on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, it's a really good weekend or good week for Hunter Ingrave, and now he started on 26. Thinking about it, he started for 26, now it's in 5th.
21 spots.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a really lot. And I think the wet condition for him is working pretty well because Gabby Gibbs is 156 point flat, but Tyler Ford is 158.4. And I think the tires on Tyler Ford maybe because it's not because it's have a wet tire. The wet tire is gonna be forever. No, the wet tires also have a degradation. So it depends how you use it, and it depends where you put the car in the dry or wet conditions. So maybe Tyler Ford is not really like the wet condition, but Hunter McRae is going really, really fast to catch Gabby Gibbs with also Pedro in front.
Continuing to watch this battle between Hibbs and Bleibel.
Ethan Stanley decide to pull over the car.
Ethan has decided to retire, so unfortunately just a strategy that, well, it sounded sound, let's put it that way. Just the rain never came, and I kind of picked him. I thought this would be the race that he breaks through, but it's going to be delayed for another. Oh, on the outside, Hibbs and Pedro into the last set of corners here.
Yeah,
actually, that's a 15, 16, 17, and 18 as we now are on to the main straight. And that fighting just allows Hunter Ingrave to get closer and closer.
By the way, the condition of the braking zone and also in the braking in your pedal is changed completely. So it's not about I'm gonna put the same force I used in the dry condition, because if you use the same force in the wet condition, your car is gonna be lock the wheel, and you're gonna go straight to maybe on the car on the front, or maybe go straight to the wall.
And when you get into rain racing, and I didn't do a lot of rain racing because rain wasn't available for IndyCar when I was doing a majority of my IndyCar racing, and I know the same about you, but what we know is what we pick up from other drivers when we listen to them talk, that really, when you get to the rain, it really levels the playing field. Those that might be really good on a road course, maybe not as good. Those that might be marginally good on the road course, maybe are better. Those that aren't good at road racing altogether might actually do better under the rain because the racing lines that they typically use, we see Clindy going real wide there, leading Falkingham on by. But you could be a bad road course racer, but racing offline on a wet race typically that's where you have the grip. And sometimes you find that the off lines are the faster lines to go here. So you're going to see a wide range of drivers now as to whether the more wet this track gets are going to be there's going to be comers and goers for this race now because the conditions they're not really used to, but skill sets are going to vary now with the wet conditions.
Yeah, actually, we talked about this long time ago in the first, I think it was the first league we broadcast in the P1 broadcasting with the hypercars. We went to Le Mans circuit, and it was a raining situation in that race. And we talked about the people make wide turns. Like, for example, Pedro is not using the line. He's using wide turns to go into the apex and then make the turn. So you don't want to make sharp turns because make the car lose the control. Like I seen a couple times Gabby Gibbs lose the control in this section, especially in 6, 7, and 8. Now coming to 9. Look at that, Pedro is using the wet line. That's people said it's better to use the older line because it's going more fast. I don't know how you're going fast in that condition. So also you don't need to touch the sausage or
the curbs. Yeah, you don't want to touch the curbs. Yeah.
Yes. Even you cannot break it in that because it's ice in that corner. So now the condition on the track is more wet, especially here in turn 15. Look at that. It's completely. They said in Europe the aquaplaning. So
aquaplaning.
The aquaplaning is, when you don't want to be in that when you see this big puddle. And the tires coming to that, and the tires just go on the top, on the wet, so on the top of the water, and make this losing the controls and that stuff. So that's why
aquaplaning for people at home is the same thing as hydroplaning in North America.
Yes.
It just means that there's a buildup of water under the wheel, and the wheel loses contact with the pavement.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's basically I learned by Formula One. I never hear that in here about the aquaplaning or that name. So for me, that's what I used to.
Yeah.
But they do a pretty good job. I think I still follow Gabby Gibb. You see in between the Gerrinate, your hybrid, and also the plating with the anti-roll bar. Found the breaking point. Also, you have to find you have to play it with the condition on the track. So it's really taking my hat out for all these guys for this condition on the track.
Yeah, and you mentioned something that we didn't really talk about. This is the first time that we've are at a road course race here in the Elite Racing League with. We might have had it actually at Mexico City last year. I can't recall if we did or not, or last season. But this is a race that we actually have push to pass and the hybrid that we can use here. So the push to pass is actually the stat that I'm showing now on the screen. 180 seconds left for Falkingham. Here comes Hibbs. He's on push to pass. He's got to be careful because this braking zone backs up here. We're wet on the outside where he's going to have a little bit more grip out there. But now he's going to hit that puddle at the bottom of the hill. They're going to side by side go into the corner here in 17.
Nice.
So they're going to have use of the push-to-pass button, which Hibbs has 111 seconds, Bleibel, Pedro has 171, and they'll also have use of the hybrid, which they could maybe use it in short bursts. Oh! I don't even think he expected that corner to be backed. I think Pedro backed the corner up a little bit, and Hibbs spins out. Spins the tires, nearly spins out. That's going to open the door for Ingrave to get closer.
By the way, we didn't mention this. Eric Troiano is in pit road. He have a meatball flag. He hit the wall in turn in the last section the old section on turn 6, 7, and 8. He went to the for the green line. A green part of the track, and he lost the control. And also is with meatball flag Craig Forsyth on
Craig
the
Forsyth.
all part of the track.
If you're just joining us, this is ERN's coverage of the P1 IndyCar Championship and the inaugural running of the Silverstone Indy Grand Prix, coming to you from the Silverstone Circuit in the UK. We've completed now 29 of 61 scheduled laps. Make sure to smash the like button. Watching this battle here with Gavin Hibbs and Pedro Bleibel for third spot in the racing order. The next time you will see us here on ERN will be next week for our first short oval race of the season as we visit the Magic Mile. Hibbs on the outside one more time, coming into 15. Can he make it hold out there?
Man, this is a good battle. Normally in this condition, I was desperate to make the pass because he is more fast.
Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. You're right.
You can lose the man. You can lose the patience.
The next race for us is next week from the Magic Mile in New Hampshire for the fourth running of the New England 225. Coverage starts right here at ERN at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time next Thursday night. For us at P1, side by side, is Hibbs going to get it done this time? He's not going to have the preferred position on this corner. Bleibel's going to go wide, force Hibbs to go wide, and now Hibbs going to have to get back in line. All the while, best seat in the house is Hunter Ingrave. He's like, go ahead, boys, bang wheels.
That's great show for these two guys, and man,
it's like a pace lap. They're side by side. This is great stuff. The racecraft between these two, and Dare Hibbs finally pulls it off, but nope, not done. Not so fast, my friend. Here comes Pedro to the inside on the push to pass, and he gets the position back. And Hibbs to the inside wall, and that's going to open up the door for Ingrave. And he might have smacked the inside wall. We don't know if he's damaged. It's going to cost him some momentum, and it definitely costs him a position. Move Hunter Ingrave up to 4th, Gavin Hibbs back to 5th.
Oh, you have a lap down. I think it's Glendy. Nice.
Glendy gets out of the way.
You know what? Same situation with the Troiano, same situation with Forza, and same situation with others. Because it's wet, you have to keep it in the track. Don't go outside. Even I know the cars want to leave you allowed to go outside because you're going wide. If you're turning a little more sharp, the car's gonna lose the control. So yeah, it's a mix of stuff in this track, and really a good show here in this track. To be honest, you know what's gonna be more interesting to have?
Big twitch by Pedro. Big twitch in 16, 17, and 18, and that's going to open the door for Hunter Ingrave. He's going to get out of the rooster tail, take a look on the inside of 1. No, he's not going to be able to get there, but he is a lot closer when he was. Lap traffic getting out of the way into the outside. Hunter Ingrave now as we go down into turns 3, 4, and 5.
Man, what a show, man.
And meanwhile, up front, Falkingham has pulled away to a 9-second, 10-second lead, and we haven't even showed him really because that battle is kind of separated. This battle here for this portion of the top 5 has been great. As side-by-side Hunter Ingrave, he's going to have the position for the next turn. And this is 7. A long corner here, and Hunter Ingrave not done yet. Pedro's fighting back. They come in the 9. Man. Good job. And on the outside, Pedro gets the position back.
Man, what a nice show, to be honest. It's not about the
big twitch.
Man, it's not about the track make this performance. It's about the condition on the track make this great show. So very congratulations for this Pedro, for Hunter, Gabby Gibbs also too. Even it's getting close again. It's getting close.
So there you see Falkingham leads by 10 seconds over Blauman. And then there's a big gap back to this group by about 17 seconds. So it looks like that first and second, unless they have a problem, and we're just at the halfway point. They got this thing locked up. It's their race to kind of throw away and lose at this point. But if something happens to those two, we're watching a potential battle for the lead right here. Hunter to the inside. Oh, Pedro drives wide. Great racing.
It is about the way he protected the position, the way they defended the position. Look at that.
No! And I just jinxed it for these two. Is Pedro Bleibel into the side of Hunter Ingrave to no fault of Hunter's. He is damaged. And he's going to have to come to pit road. And that just gives Hibbs back P3. So Pedro and, unfortunately, Hunter Ingrave are going to have to come to pit road and give up their top 10 positions. And I think that Gavin Hibbs might have a little damage on his left front wing. It's at a weird angle to me.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I think it's a little damage on his left front wing.
Maybe even in the side pod on the car, maybe but it's not a big deal because it's not like the speedways. No, they don't have a damage. I guess maybe it's something over there, but I think it works. He still make it 157.9 last time. It's almost 1 second.
We'll see. We'll see what happens when he comes to pit road. If that we'll watch it. If we can see his pit stop, we'll see it snap back into place if that's the case. But Hunter Ingrave's still out there with a side pod that is flapping loose, and he's still going to keep at it.
Yeah, Brian Blowman in pit now.
Blowman on pit road. He's going to try to for maybe a bit of an undercut here to try to eat into that lead. He's kind of hoping for a dry race to start now, but he's staying on the wet tires.
How is 10.3 seconds pit stop? Wow, that's a lot.
And Pedro on pit road to answer the call. Tyler Foyt now trying to pass Brian Blauman. And Brian just wisely lets him go as Foyt still needs to stop.
So also the rain tires must to take tire temperature again. So it's not about the it's a mix of stuff. It's not about the it's because it's wet. It's gonna rain. It's gonna race it like this. No, he have to keep it temperature again to take a grip
into the inside wall coming off of turn 9. So it was right in front of Foyt when that happened. Colin Heil moves up a position. Bleibel still in pit road for an extended stop. Ryan Scholl picks up a position. Right now, your top 11 are on the lead lap. Scholl, last car on the lead lap. Daniel Falkingham on pit road.
11 seconds.
Oh, and he's got new tires on there. Trying to bring this thing up to speed. You can see he has his hands full. This is when you could throw away a race like that. Just watch the back end. 15% on the precip right now. We're moderately wet in terms of a track state. Sun is starting to peek out. Here's your additional weather conditions. I can get those on the screen here for you. Just need to get the track map off. There we go. Whoop. And bring up the weather there. There you go. So Falkenham comes to the pits as the leader, leaves as the leader. Gavin Hibbs, second position. We're waiting for him to come to pit road. Anyways, I was getting ready to say, hey, for us, the next time you see us will be next week. We'll be at the Magic Mile, New Hampshire. 7:45 is the start time. Gavin Hibbs goes wide. He's in turn 9, and I'm not sure what happened, and he toes. He's done. And that moves Ryan Gavel up another position. Brian Blauman is in third, still waiting for Hunter Ingrave to answer the call to pit road. He's going to have some repairs done. It's probably another reason why he doesn't want to come to pit road. And he has a big lead. He's going to definitely have to come to pit road, though. I mean, damage aside, there's only so far you could go on fuel. Anyways, I swear the racing gods are not going to let me get this promo out of my mouth here. But that's next Thursday for us. We'll be at the Magic Mile, 7:45. For us on P1, join us at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's this Sunday afternoon. Actually, it's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern this Sunday afternoon for round 1 of the 2026 transition season of the longest-running Dallara IR05 League on iRacing. It's the classic IndyCar series as they visit the high banks of Michigan International Speedway. Coverage starts at 3. Just head on over to the P1 channel. Link is in the description. Hit the notify button at the upcoming stream and be reminded before we go live this coming Sunday. Anyways, I got that out of the way. Now we can get back to watching drama on the racetrack. Gavin Hibbs is moving. No, he's not moving on the racetrack. He is done. I'm not sure what happened there. It's possible that he had a domestic situation and they had to answer the door or something and had to park the car.
Maybe the food is outside the door.
Yeah, that's right. DoorDash got there early.
I told you one day in the Lionheart, and I think the Retro Series, my wife called me. I think it was in the second place or third place in Nashville, and she called me, and I hit the wall.
Oh.
Because I don't want to like. Oh no! She doesn't know. She didn't know actually, and I forgot to tell her. And she called me and she said, "Hey, hi!" And just boom, hit the wall. They showed me hit the wall in the TV.
I wrecked in that. I think I wrecked in that race too, by the way. So don't. But I wasn't answering the call. It was just my own bad skill. Nigel Camargo has withdrawn from the race. Micah Mixer is now in 6th spot. Jared Rexing passing Victor Aldrich for 13th position.
Hey, we have to say thank you to all the people watching now this race. I don't know why the people like this kind of races. It's really interesting. It's really nice to watch a raining race, especially in IndyCar. It's not really usually to have it. Like this kind of racing.
Visually, it's very pretty. It's very pretty visually.
It is pretty cool. Yeah.
Clindy has worked his way up to 11th. Blauman has gotten around Hunter Ingrave. I think Hunter Ingrave's on pit road, and he got the work done. In fact, he got it done quickly in 11.2 seconds. So the day's not over for Ingrave yet. Here's William White, and he's going to challenge Ingrave here for 3rd position. Coming back on the racetrack. So William White in a home race, home game, is now moved up 29 spots, Lewis, to P3. Hunter Ingrave up 22. Micah Mixer up 11. Jared Rexing up 17. Those are your biggest gainers among the top 15 right now. Also, shout out Victor Aldrich up 14 spots. Oh!
Yeah. Ooh. William White, Hunter Ingrave, Tyler Ford is still over there. Thinking about it, if Ethan Stanley didn't make that gamble stop, it should be in the top 3 or top 4. But unfortunately, he did that. People like Michael Mixer, difficult to watch and see him on the front. Now is on the 6th spot, but 29 spot for 32 to 3rd is basically, you can figure out this race is super crazy, but it wasn't. So it's just because of raining.
And William White's actually turning faster laps, considerably faster laps than Brian Blauman right now.
Oh.
I don't know, Blauman is on his own pace, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm good. But last lap, Blauman White was 3 seconds faster. We could. I don't know if Blauman had a problem that lap we didn't see. We're watching Blauman right now.
Hey, this is a good question. Actually, Paula asking how much slower they are lap speeds in rainy conditions. So normally we talk about, for example, Brian Blauman have the fastest lap for 1:42.3. That is the fastest lap. And we talking about Brian. So Brian did 1:58.6 last lap. So basically it's over a 15 seconds fast, calculate in my mind.
Yeah, there's Blauman's pole speed right there from the starting lineup of 1:41.2. And his fastest race lap that we have is a 1:42.3 under race conditions. That was still dry then. But now we are, let's give you last lap times here, 1:56s, 1:58s So about 10 seconds, actually more than that, about 15, 14 seconds, you mentioned it, difference. And it's just they don't have that. They can't carry the speeds down the straights because they can't carry the same speeds through the corners. And down the straights, they got to back the corners up and take everything a little bit slower. So it's about 15 seconds a lap, give or take. Now this is a fixed setup race. Sorry, also the fixed setup race.
Yeah.
They can't get in and change the aero of the car. But if this was a open setup race and the rain came on those stops, that they'd be going for the blue tires or the rain tires. They would also be adjusting the downforce on these cars and probably adding more downforce to these cars.
Do you remember in the time you're watching the IndyCar in 17th, 80s, who was the commentator in the broadcast and also pit road reporter at the same time? Nobody?
Pit road commentator and on pit road at the same time?
And the pit road? Like, I go to the pit road to asking somebody what happened.
Well, they'd have like Jackaroot and those guys would be on pit road. I know NBC had Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner now, but Bruce Jenner back then. He was on pit road. Before he moved up to the booth, I'm pretty sure Paul Page and his wife, Sally Larvick, yeah, they both did pit road reporting. But I don't know if they did pit road reporting and also up in the booth at the same time. Brian Blauman goes wide there at turn 9.
I'm watching him. Well, even James Hinchcliffe do this stuff. But I went talking about Gabby Hibbs, and he said, I forgot I had to come to the pit and run out of fuel and carbs.
Oh.
So that's why he wasn't paying attention on my spotter or my fuel calculation. So that's why he decided to stop.
That's just. I feel bad for him, but I mean, you're in the cockpit. It's calling out to you if you have crew chief on, and I don't know. I just I'm sure he's thinking it's completely avoidable, but yeah, that would. If this was real racing, he would have to pull the car off, and it would probably call a real caution out there because they would have to tow the car or put it behind the wall or something.
Actually, if it's real racing, if somebody have to get fired. So
William White on pit road, scheduled stop. He's only 7 laps into this stint. Is he going to do something, gamble out there, maybe throw on red tires? I don't know. I don't see that happening. No, he's going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
He's down and away. That gives the position back to Hunter Ingrev. Hunter has a severely damaged right side pod. It's been repaired, but it's severely damaged. Now, if this was an oval track, go ahead.
William White, man, in the exit on the pit road, almost losing the car. I know it doesn't look like, look at that. He lose the car on the exit on the pit road.
Whoa. He's just wanting to get going here, and those tires are cold and wet.
And look at that, keep going. He's just spun in turn 3 and 4, 5. He tried to. My God, that's really difficult.
Yeah, those are definitely that's what they call cold tires. That's not going to help him, especially in his next round of pit stops. If Hunter Ingrev can jump him, same thing with Tyler Fode. So we're expecting leaders to come to pit road about another 10 laps or so to come to bring it to the finish. I want to thank our premier sponsors of the Elite Racing League. Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil School of Racing, and Tom Bolin Ford. course, we all know Blue Egg. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew, turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always on the pole position, leading your brand toward victory lane. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. To learn more about Blue Egg, hey, their link is in the description. Also want to shout out Tom Bolin Ford. Whether you're powering down the straights or navigating every twist and turn of life, Tom Bolin Ford has your back with a wide selection of new and used Ford vehicles, expert service, and customer-focused support right in America's hometown. From quality cars to trucks to comprehensive maintenance and financing options, they're driven by the same passion for performance that we see on track in the Elite Racing League. Support those who support our racing. Visit Tom Bolin Ford on Highway 168 in Hannibal, Missouri, or check them out online to see what's ready for you today. Link is in the description. That's Tom Bolin Ford. Watching our leader, Daniel Falkingham, who has a very comfortable 30-second lead right now.
Yeah, actually, Brian Bluman is keeping the pace now in the track. And, yeah, it's 29 seconds leading by Brian Bluman. And then Hunter and Grave is 49 seconds behind. Man.
Yeah, right now, only the top 8 are on the lead lap. Wadsworth is the final car on the lead lap, and he is some 90 seconds plus behind our leader right now. Tyler Foyt, since the battle around him has dissipated, has found his groove and is just hanging out in 4-spotter winner last week at Texas. Make sure to check out that short that Lewis made. Good little video of the final lap. I don't know if we'll have a short of this race or not. We're starting to. It started to turn a little like Sonoma a season or so ago, where we just the leader kind of had such a big lead and just put a waxing on the entire field. And Falkingham really had to earn it. I mean, you saw that entire first stint up until the point where we had a wet racetrack. Him and Blauman, Falkingham and Blauman were battling tooth and nail. Elbows were out, and they were throwing haymakers left and right. And eventually, just when the rain came out and the conditions called for it, Falkingham apparently a better road racer on the wet right now.
Yeah, actually, I don't want to say this, but last week I told you I want to put my coin on Daniel. Because he mentioned to me in the Indy Light Series, I really working in my road course at this car. So I asking him, it's coming the IndyCar car. Oh, yeah, for sure. I want to be, but I'm not sure yet. But I like this car, so I want to be in this expedition on racing in this league. So he's doing a good job. And I think he's doing a pretty good job with the wet tires. So he's doing the 150. Let's see what kind of lap he did last.
He did a 156.1 last time.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty nice job in there.
I mean, he's the fastest car on the track by a mile right now. The next fastest car is Micah Mixer, who was like a second behind him, give or take. That time by.
Yeah, if we talking about in 10 laps, Daniel is doing 56.3, 0.0, 0.5, 0.5, 0.7, 0.2, 0.7. So it's really consistent. The progress is linear. So it's like a no changes, no bad stuff. But I don't want to jinx also too. You remember what happened with Ethan Stanley and Long Beach?
Yeah.
We're talking about. No, it's gonna be a good race. Actually, it's leading for a while, and then it's happened all of this with Richard Hearn in that one of the turn, one of the blind turn, and then Adriano Piñero also too. So when the checkered flag is out, it's better to talk about the good performance he had. But so far, so good for him.
Yeah, he is an eNASCAR sports driver. From the eNASCAR Series driver. And good to have him here joining us in the Elite Racing League in the IndyCars. He is the winner of the Elite Racing League's Daytona 500 a couple weeks ago. So his stat line for the Elite Racing League, I'm calling it up right now. He's already got an impressive stat line and combined starts and everything. 7 combined starts, and 3 of those starts are wins. So this is start number 8 for him in his entire Elite Racing League career. Never mind the P1 IndyCar Championship, but just across the other family of leagues here in the Elite Racing League. 7 starts. This is his 8th start today. He has 3 wins. I think he has one with you, Lewis, at least one with you.
No.
And the track is starting to dry out a little bit, too. Go ahead.
Brian Bowman almost have a scary moment with Gene Herrick in turn 9 and 10. A spun on front to Brian Bowman, almost put out of the race.
We'll try to see if we can find that.
You can see Gene Herrick. They have the Midwest flag.
Okay, there I see Jim Herrick. Yes. So watch, poor Jim. Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Right in front of. Wow. Okay, let's go back and let's just ride from. Watch this. This is Blauman's point of view as Jim gets really into the wet and just whoosh, right across the racetrack. Wow.
Well, to be honest, when you see the car outside of the track, like Gene Herrick did, for sure you don't want to. Maybe Brian Bowman saw it for sure.
Yeah, you want to give a little extra room. You kind of hesitate a little bit on the pedal, and maybe he did. And unfortunately, that is an area of the racetrack or water puddles, and that's not going to have a lot of grip over there. And I know Jim was probably just staying out of the way and going, "Now I'm looking at my relative, and I got a guy second in the race. I'm going to try to stay out of his way," and didn't work out that way. And I've been there, done that. This is kind of one of those interesting racetracks, Lewis. It looks like there's a lot of places to hide, but in some of these corners, like 6 and 7 for sure, turns 3, 4, 5 area, you can't. Those are really single line part of the racetracks right there, and there's really not a place for a slower car to kind of duck out of the way and try to find a place to hide when a faster car is around you.
Yeah, it's really difficult, even with this slow turns they have at the car, with the torque they have at the car, and you want to put the acceleration, especially in the 6 and 7, like you mentioned. 3 and 4 and 5 is kind of dangerous. I see many people have an issue in the 9 when they go outside. So if you see the car, try to. I know you're talking about it's white, but like it's happened with Blauman, almost because he's pay attention on the track on front. It could be game over for him and put Hunter and Gray on second place, but it wasn't. So even with white, the track is really dangerous with this condition, the wet condition. This is a good question to you. Actually, somebody on the chat said, how can the driver see with the splash on the windshield?
Rain-X. I would imagine some form of Rain-X. We can go to Hunter's in-car here. I would imagine, now there's tear-offs. Now drivers, normally when we say tear-offs, drivers, you expect to have them over their visor. They don't have that in IndyCar anymore because, well, they have the aero screen. The aero screen does have tear-offs, but I would imagine that teams would pre-treat the layers of the tear-off with Rain-X or some sort of water-beating compound that you can get from the store and stuff. So I'm just guessing out loud that that's what they would coat them with. We could always ask some of our community friends that are with teams and stuff. What do they, if they do, they coat? I would imagine. I mean, Probably the same thing that we would use on our cars, that we just go to the auto parts store or Walmart and buy Rain-X. But that is a pretty impressive graphic function there. It's just all these little streaks of water going up the... But we are starting to get a lot more sunshine out there. Looks like the weather's starting to lift a little bit. Still raining, Lewis. The racetrack is still pretty much lost right now, but the gauge is saying there's no precipitation going on. I think it's lying, but definitely the racetrack very wet.
Yeah, actually, they come to the part when all of this cloud is coming, and the whole, when you see the sun. So after that, it's coming again. So it's a progress about it's still 100% precipitation on the raining chance. It's still 100%, but for now it's a 0% because in the track it's just look, you see, it's a sun around the track. So, but it's still the dangers. Actually, you know what? I see Ryan Gable braking zone outside.
Micah Mixer had a moment too.
Yeah, it's still tough, especially backers. This section is really difficult, man.
Hey, I want to thank one of our other premier partners, the Lucas Oil School of Racing. Lucas Oil School of Racing is dedicated to developing the next generation of open-wheel drivers through professional instruction, real race cars, and real on-track experience. From newcomers taking their first step to racers sharpening advanced skills, they focus on discipline, precision, and performance at every level. Learn more at lucasoilschool.com. Link is in the description. Thank them for being one of our premier partners of the Elite Racing League and sponsor of the upcoming Indy 500 this season. Micah Mixer on pit road.
Yeah.
Should be final stop here for Micah. Having himself a good race, up 12 spots. In fact, it was looking like a good day for both the majors drivers today until that issue with Pedro a little bit earlier in the race. Falkingham now with a 41-second lead with 16 to go. So we are definitely looking at our third different winner and 3 races and 4 winners out of the last 4 races going into last season. Of course, Seb Alexander, who unfortunately had an incident earlier today, won the last 2 races of last season at the US 500 and at Gateway. But if you count his win at Gateway and the 3 different winners we've had this season, are 2 already now and looking at a potential 3rd, we'll extend that run into 4 for 4, 3 for 3 to start the season. And that's a far cry.
So good to have
Yeah, I was going to say it's a far cry from last season where it was Adriano Pinero kind of winning, kind of doing Alex Palou on everybody.
Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, it's good for us to have different winners. So, for example, last season, Pinero won Miami, won in Iowa, then he won in the Pocono, and then he have a 40, Glendy, Engrade, and then 2 more Pineros, and the Pinero disappeared. And even with that, he become a champion. So it is really good to have 2 different winners. Matt Wagner won the first, Tyler 40 won the second. Now, who knows? And we have a new pole sitter, so that's a good thing because Alexis Newsom did in Motegi and did on Texas. So today was Brian Blumen.
Blauman now trying to put Micah Mixer a lap down. Micah just off pit road. Micah in 7th spot. Falkingham, sorry. Trying to put Micah Mixer a lap down. Blauman in 2nd, 42 seconds behind. If Falkingham wins today, and we'll just say the big if, there's still 14 laps to go, a lot can happen he still needs to go through another pit stop, so he might have. We've seen things happen before, trust me. But we've had 36 different winners in Elite Racing League history. The last first-time winner was Wags at Motegi in the opener. But before that was Seb Alexander, Hunter Smith, Hunter Ingrave, Clindy, Logan Edwards. That was all, and Hamilton and Logan Spath. That was all 2025 alone. We just of course we could do the A and B seasons, so that's kind of separated between two seasons. Blauman on pit road. There he is.
Yes.
But we've had 36 different winners. So right now, Daniel's looking at becoming the 37th different winner, and the second first-time winner this season. We had 5 first-time winners in 2025B, and that was the most since 2022A, tying the record. So we're already almost halfway through a new run of first-time winners, setting a new record. If we can get to 6. Plowman done. Final stop. Let's see if he comes up to speed safely.
Yeah, so Daniel Buckingham won in Pocono 100, the Indy Light Series last season. And the same day, he won the Iowa 75. So really make a good job, and could be the 4th winner, I think so, because he won in the Daytona 500.
Yeah, won the Daytona 500 in the Cup Series. Looking to back that up with, you can't get any more different than the conditions that you have today. Not only are you open to wheel, not only on your road course, but it's raining. Just really shows his versatility. Oh, yeah. He's coming to pit road, had a car in front of him also coming to pit road. I believe that was Camargo. So we'll see where Camargo cycles out, and maybe Camargo's going to go on by, and it'll be a good margin. And he should not impede Falkingham coming out. Final stop done for him. So now we just need to see Falkingham come up to speed safely with these new cold tires under very cold conditions out there right now. 67 degrees on the track temperature last time we looked.
66 now.
66, okay.
Wait, how is 66? I don't know.
And he goes to the inside of Camargo, lets him on by.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually. 18 Fahrenheit, Celsius, for people who don't know Fahrenheit, like me.
Look, just totally missed the apex there, but again, it's just the offline is the way to go here. Through the fast S's. And I don't know, I don't follow Formula One very closely, so I don't know all the names here. I know Beckett's and all that here, but I don't have them all memorized, so someone's like, hey, that's Beckett's! Well, that's good for you.
They changed many names. For example, it's still the Brookland and the Lansfield and the Woodcock turn 6, 7, and 8. Cops is 9. Then Beckett's and Chapel in turn 12 to 14. Then they come in the 15. In 1999, almost Michael Schumacher lost his life in the accident in the Hungary Straight. He went straight. Thinking about it, it's after turn 14, before 15. The car didn't brake. He just went straight to the wall.
Oh.
In 1999, so he almost lost the life of that day. And he have a broken bones or something like that. He came back after maybe, I don't know, October, November. The race was in May, June, something like that. And he came back on the end, almost in the end of the season. to Eddie Irvine tried to win the championship in 1999 against Mika Hakkinen with McLaren, and didn't work well. So Hakkinen won the second champion that day, that year actually.
All right, 12 to go here at Silverstone. Let's get in a word from our sponsors at Worldwide Technology Raceway and bring you back to the conclusion of this race. Daniel Falkenham, your leader. Hunter Ingrave, second. Brian Blauman, third. William White just getting by Tyler Foyt. I think Tyler Foyt just came off of pit road. That's exactly what happened. So that's your top five. We'll go side by side and get you a quicker word in from Worldwide Technology Raceway. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Tickets are on sale now for the 10th Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Sunday, June 7th features 3 huge races. The USAC Classic, Firestone Indy next, and the only Sunday night prime time NTT IndyCar Series race. Enjoy a weekend of cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. The stars of the Indy 500 are coming to St. Louis. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
All right, we're back here for the conclusion of the Silverstone Indy Grand Prix, the first ever race for the Elite Racing League overall at Silverstone, and the first time the IndyCars at Silverstone here in the Elite Racing League. So, double first today. Inaugural running. Will we be back? Well, we'll see in the future. I don't know if we'll get the feedback from the drivers. Very challenging conditions today on a very fast race course. As you see, it's a wet race. 30% now precip in the air. So I think we're going to see, I'm willing to, if I understood you correctly, Lewis, we're going to see pretty much rain all the way to the end, right?
Yeah, sure. And now it's 30%. Still, no, it's going to finish in raining. Actually, it's 100% to the end. We have 11 to go. The rain is until after 1 or 2 hours after. So, to be honest, yeah, it's going to be on the end.
Ryan Gavel coming to pit road for his final stop.
So, to have 36 cars, we only have 19.
Yeah, it's been a bit of the attrition has been high. Bit of a rough race.
It was, well, raining, incidents on other track. It's not because bad the driving.
Whoa.
Oh, Andre, yep. I see Andre Alfieri hit the wall. And
Falkenham was sending it through the corners. He was kind of throwing the old hip out there in a lot of these corners now. Maybe he's having some fun with the conditions. I don't know. There's a car off. That's Jared Rexing at the top of the screen. That was right around turns 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
Man, that car of the Daniel Falkenham in 8 to 9 is moving so much, man. The only mission for him is keep the car on the dark side, so on the dark track. You don't want to go on the green one.
This is where the dark side's good, folks. Look at the splashes of the water on the curbing there. That's awesome. And Falkenham going to get a beat on Heil. Heil lets them on by. Pedro Bleibel is repaired, by the way. He's back on the racetrack 2 laps down and 14th.
Who was good in IndyCar on raining in your times?
Well, it was Mario was always good. The generation of road course racers that kind of came up, so Michael was good, Mario was good, Al Jr. was good, Danny Sullivan was good. More contemporary times, I think, kind of the undisputed king of rain might be Scott Dixon, but I don't know. We've seen back when Colton Herta was driving IndyCar still, instead of taking a step down to Formula 2. Colton Herta had some very fast hands. We saw him at the Indy GP catch a car from spinning. I think Pelot's pretty good. But I think I think the drivers nowadays that drive IndyCar are more multifaceted. There was still kind of a crossover of the period in the 70s and 80s that when I kind of watched it growing up, where there was still very much oval drivers and very much road course racers. And the road course racers, if they did really good on an oval, that was just a bonus. But they kind of dominated on the road courses, and it was the other way around for the oval races. So oval racers, excuse me. So. It was different drivers, but the ones that you would expect to do well, like Mario, did well. Well, let's get in our last recap here. If you're just joining us, you're watching ERN's coverage of round 3 of 12 of the Elite Racing League's P1 IndyCar Championship. It's the inaugural running of the Silverstone Indy Grand Prix coming to you from Silverstone Circuit in the UK. Where currently Daniel Foggingham has a very big 51-second lead over Brian Blauman, who started from the pole. We have only 9 laps to go. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next time you see us here on ERN will be next week for our second of back-to-back, or first of 2 back-to-back short oval races of the season. We're going to go to the Magic Mile at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the 4th running of the New England 225. Coverage starts right here at ERN at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday night. If you need more open-wheel road racing injected into your soul, then tune in to P1's Monday open-wheel road racing doubleheader. Race 1 starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with the Monday night iRacing Indy Open Series top split at Mid-Ohio, followed by at 9 p.m. Eastern Time the Monday night iRacing Indy Next Road Series top split at Imola. So if you like open wheel road racing, it's a good chance you do. If you're sticking around and still watching this tonight, then make sure to don't miss some of the best open wheel road racers on all of iRacing. Tune in and catch the action starting at 7 p.m. this Monday night on P1.
I had to ask you this: why Hunter and Gray is out of the race?
I don't know. William White coming to pit road.
He is that to answer me. Why? I don't know. He just came to the pit in second place, and he retired the car.
I don't know. Hunter Ingrave has retired the car, running in a podium position. William White has come to pit road late in the race.
Oh no!
And looks like a scheduled stop, but it turns third position over to Tyler Foyt, and this is kind of playing into Tyler's hand late in the race. Now, are we going to see a late run here with White trying to run down Tyler Foyt in these last 8 laps? He has time, but he still needs to get around Micah Mixer. But Tyler Foyt might have inadvertently kind of backed his way just by keeping his car out of trouble and everything into a podium finish, and possibly vaulting himself into the points lead here in the championship, going back to the oval portion of the schedule next week at New Hampshire.
Yeah, you have a. I think like you said, it's keeping outside of the troubles and make it Tyler Foyt on there. Michael Mixer also too. William White is in 27th spot and front with 5th. But so Hunter Gray told me, I think the fuel didn't coming in, basically.
Oh, okay.
So he came out with the same same out of the fuel. So That's how he retired the car. So I don't know. The second person to say that.
I wonder if is there a fuel bug going on or that we don't know about?
I think he said the fuel click in the black box it wasn't activated. So when he came to the pit and exit, he found out it's just change the tires but no fuel.
Oh. And that takes away a podium finish. He was gonna go up into the points. Let me bring up on the screen one more time. We'll get rid of the weather monitor and the track map here. But the points coming into today, here you go. Foyt is going to be there's no doubt about it, it's going to be the leader. Wags, not a good race. That's 2 in a row for him, and he's going to fall down and down the order. Alexis Newsom did not get the start. Clindy still out there turning laps in 12th position. He might actually move himself up in the second in the points here. Frankenfeld out. Forsyth is still out. Is Forsyth out there or he's done? I think he has retired. Forsyth has.
Forsyth's out.
Yeah, Forsyth is retired. No, he is on the racetrack in 18th position.
Yeah, you're right.
Ender Ingrave is retired. Ethan Stanley is retired. Daniel Falkingham, he's going to gain the most out of all this. He's going to go from 9th to way up in the standings. And Shane Coker not in today's race. So the whole top 10 is going to really have a different look here when we go into New Hampshire here in a couple of weeks. And the rookie points is going to have a whole different look too. Remember, Alexis Newsom, we rediscovered that she's supposed to be a rookie, so that vaults her to the top. But now Falkingham's going to move ahead. Paul Mini Letters, he's going to fall down. Greenlee, he's going to pick up a couple because he's got a 26th position finish here. Alfreri's still out there turning laps, I think. I think he's on pit road, so not a great day for the rookies, but I think obviously Falkingham is going to be your points leader in the rookie standings definitely at the end of this race. So these points that we're showing you now are going to be completely different.
Yeah, after 3 races, after complete this, it's going to be different people for sure.
Sure, Falkingham around! Falkingham around!
Lucky don't have nobody around, man. Lucky.
And a little bit of a pirouette. And straightens it out. And now this kind of turns into a spin and win situation now for Daniel Falkingham, just like Danny Sullivan.
Oh, yeah. You're right. But you have so much time between him and Brian. It's like he can spin 10 times and still have the gap to win the race. So for now, or leading the race, sorry. So at least it's keeping the tractor now.
Of course, Falkingham with the rookie status.
Man.
And the last rookie driver to win, I believe, was Hunter Ingrave when he won at Road America. He was classified as a rookie. Logan Edwards when he won at Portland, ironically beating Hunter Ingrave just by the slimmest of margins. That's the thumbnail we used for this race, by the way. Logan Edwards was a rookie that season as well. After Logan Edwards won the, I believe if memory serves me right, he won the Rookie of the Year for last season. We'll keep an eye on Falkingham to see if maybe he used up the good on those tires. He's just going to hang on here to the end. He has a 55-second lead over Blauman. Top 5 on the lead lap. William White, last car on the lead lap in a home game race for him. Another reason probably where he's wearing the home whites. William White wearing the home whites. There we go. He's from there. He might not know what that means. That might be a U.S. sports thing. I don't know. And White is right in front of our leader, not by much. But he is right up the road. There he is. You see him going into the corner. So join us a week from now. We will be back on the ovals for the New England 225 in Loudon, New Hampshire, just outside of Concord. About 20 miles or so. Oh, William White around right in front of the leader. Oh. And we'll watch that again as he just grabs that curb. And the curbs are, you talked about it, Lewis, the curb's very, very wet. Very wet. And the track state condition, I think, might be actually getting a little worse. I don't think it's improving. But right in front of our leader. And what we'll do here is we're going to ride with Falkingham and see how much of that did he see as he comes around the corner here. Does he see it? Yeah, he's got it's a speck in the distance, but it's like hold your line, don't hold your brakes, don't scoot out in front of me.
It is so amazing that it is super cool to see it's not cool to see William White spinning, but you see William White when he touched the outside of the track, you can see the spray more water around because outside is they have these big puddles. That's why William White, big puddles. You can see on the well, I follow the cars in far chase, so you can see the cars spraying too much water on front on the back.
Now the top 4 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap now is Micah Mixer, who's had himself an adventuresome day and is possibly going to be a candidate for the Luis Gonzalez Nunez Driver of the Race Award. Up 13 spots, up to P4 right now on the racetrack.
Oh, Michael Mixer, sure. A lot of candidates, even Braxton in 18 over there. Peter Aldrich with kind of tough restart. Even Clendy with the penalty is on 12th.
Yeah, this right now, we talked to Clendy when he finished on the podium at Texas, and he says, all I just need to do is drive to survive and get through Silverstone. And he, right now, I don't want to jinx him because we still have 3 laps to go, and a lot of stuff can happen at a 3-mile course with 3 laps to go. But he is looking to gain some headway in the points here.
Yeah, normally, if you're not good in road, well, you're not like a Daniel, but if you at least you can keep and make a laps in the track, or in the circuit, and make a good result, like a top 10, top 15, top 5 is an amazing result. It's like a winner. It's make you on the end to be fighting for the championship because the strong for Clendy is the oval. So thinking about if he get Clendy winning 2 or 3 ovals and be a top 10, top 15 in road, why not have him on Worldwide Technology Raceway fighting for the championship? So it's a mix of stuff. So at least he did a good job on keep in mind about the incident with Frankenfeld and take the black flag, come into the pit, get out, and then now it's on 12th. So he's making a good job in the track.
Falkingham around Ryan Schold. Still 2 to go. The first stint was pretty much dry. not entirely dry for the first stint, pretty much dry. And we saw a heck of a battle between Falkenham and Blauman. We will talk to those two about that opening stint battle. And then really what worked for Falkenham after the end of that first stint is the rain came, and he seemed to just be a better wet condition driver, and he pulled away by a lot now. 62 seconds, over a minute now, over your driver in second spot. Blauman, who started from the pole, he's going to get a good finish out of this one, but he is really just best in class today, as really Daniel Falkenham, outside of that first stint, has been a class of his own. White flag is out this time by. Puts Clindy another lap down, and now Falkenham just needs to bring it home to become a new winner here in the Elite Racing League. Our second first-time winner this season. 37th overall winner in the history of the Elite Racing League's IndyCar Series. And possibly jumping to the top, near the top of the points, definitely in the rookie standings. But now he's going to be a contender for the points championship here, the P1 IndyCar Championship for this season. He's about almost not even a half a lap yet here away from getting that win. Ryan Blauman looking for another podium. Remember, Danny Angias in the only IndyCar race here at Silverstone back in 1978 in that livery, very similar livery, in the Interscope Racing livery. Took the car to the pole. Brian's going to get a better finish than Danny. Danny finished, I think, dead last or next to last in that race with an engine failure very early on. And Tyler Foyt, basically, as Lewis says, keeping it in the dark side. Yeah. Keeping the car underneath him and avoiding some incidents around him. And drivers in front of him taking themselves out of contention. Bleibel and Hunter Ingrev, for that matter. And he picks up a podium. He's going to pick up a podium today if he can bring this car home. And he is going to be your points leader. And remember who I said who my favorite was for the points championship, Lewis?
Tyler Foyt.
Tyler Foyt. That's it. Making me look smart. Coming off a quarter 18 for his first win and 37th different winner in the Elite Racing League and the P1 IndyCar Championship. It is Daniel Falkenham. He is your Falking winner tonight. I'm going to put a lot of puns now. He put a Falking hurt on the entire field tonight.
Man, this 1 minute. What is Lama? Man, it is that far?
A minute, 8-second lead over Brian Blauman. And Blauman is still working his way through the S's right now. He still needs to work his way down the straight before getting to the start-finish line. But we'll watch him.
We have to find it. When was the last race?
I think
over a minute.
I think Sonoma. It had to be Sonoma. Because Stanley, I think, got the Grand Slam that race. No Grand Slam today. Blauman did not, Falkenham did not lead all the laps and did not start from the pole, obviously. He won the race, and he led the most laps. Blauman's going to get the fastest lap as he comes home second and the pole, so he'll get 2 joules of the Grand Slam.
Oh.
Falkenham will get the most impressive one, getting the win. Tyler Foyt, he's about a quarter lap away from coming home for a second straight podium.
I found it the race you're talking about in Sonoma, and Blauman finished on second by 56 seconds.
So a distant second, best in class in that race too. Tyler Foyt gets his third straight top 5. Of course, he finished 4th at Motegi, 1 at Texas, and now another podium for him at Silverstone. Micah Mixer has finished 4th. William White finished 5th. And no donuts for Daniel Falkingham. I like what he's doing. He's being like Barry Sanders used to be when he scored a touchdown. Just hand the ball back to the ref and go back to the huddle. Act like you've been there before, and he's acting like it. First win here, though, in the IndyCars. Your Daytona 500 winner in the Elite Racing League Cup Series. Getting the win here today. I can find a better camera angle. There we go. And Daniel Falkingham getting the win by 73 seconds over Brian Blauman. Tyler Foyt, 110 seconds back. Micah Mixer in 4th, 112. Actually, that battle for 3rd was actually kind of heating up there. William White in his one-off race for his home course gets a top 5. First car 1 lap down. Ryan Gavel comes in 6th there. Good finish for him. Remember, Ryan was having a good race at Motegi. Justin Wadsworth in 7th. Ryan Schuld, a top 10, a very quiet top 10 for Ryan in 8th. Colin Heil, very quiet top 10 for him in 9th. And Jared Rexing, former winner here in the series. He comes home in 10th. Richie Hearn in 11th. Clindy in 12th. Victor Aldrich, 13th. Pedro Bleibel with that incident earlier in the race with Hunter Ingram brings home a wounded car in 14th. Dan Marrera, 15th. Nigel Camargo in 16th. Craig Forsyth with a bit of a rough race in 17th. Alfieri, also a rough race, but still manages to bring the car home in 18th spot. Hunter Ingram, not the race he was looking for. Running his high, actually led some laps here, I believe, and was looking at a podium finish more than likely. Unfortunately, going to come home 19th. So a pretty good week for him in Horizon Vor, and a week ago here in Elite. Kind of ends on a bad note here, 19th. Casola in 20th. Jim Herrick in 21st. Gavin Hibbs 22nd. Gavin missing that fuel number. He was up in the podium position at one point. Eric Troiano, fast in practice. He was up in the top 5 for a lot of the first stint. Comes home 23rd. Chris Dahlberg 24th. Ethan Stanley with the wrong call of the race. You know, when we used to have those commercials back in the day for baseball, it'd be like, IBM, you make the call. That was a bad call for Ethan Stanley. He's not going to do that one again. It was a good gamble, but a bad call. Comes home in 25th. My pick for the race. Maybe I jinxed him from the start. I don't know. Brian Greenlee in 26th. Durazo 27th. Cullen 28th. Lawson 29th. Matt Wagner, our winner at Motegi. 2 bad finishes in a row for him. Rough start to the season. Outside of that first win, he's in 30th. And then we got Vandermarl, Chad Frankenfeld. Many letters. Seb Alexander, Hunter Smith, and Joao Ritter. Let's get that track map off there. Ugh, gosh. Get that weather monitor off there, too. Get that off. So let's show you that once more, all these standings. There you go. Got all the graphics in the way. All right, let's get in some replays loaded up here, and we'll talk to Tyler Foyt. All right. We'll get into the interview room here and talk with Tyler. Get his thoughts on today's interesting race, to say the least. And here he is, Tyler Foyt, joining us. Tyler, all in all, I would say mission accomplished. As Lewis said, you kept the car in the dark side today, which is between the white lines, I think is what he meant. But dark side definitely pays the win here, or pays to get on the podium. But a good start for you. You started up front. Didn't do anything wild on the strategy-wise, just waited for the rain to come, then came in and changed your tires kind of with everyone else. We had those early cautions. Kept it out of trouble when everyone was racing very aggressively at the front. And then you kind of fell back a couple positions, kind of just hung on there in the top 5, watched a heck of a battle evolve in front of you with Hunter Ingrave and Pedro until they kind of took each other's side. And then you kind of inherited third spot at that point, and then very quietly kept your car out of trouble and brought it home in third spot, and that's the type of finish that's going to pay off and hopefully a championship run for you, because you're going to leave here now as you came in tied as a championship leader. You're going to leave here now as the solo championship leader. Congratulations on the P3. Talk about your race, a tale of two races, really, a dry race and a wet race.
Oh, yep.
Yep, go ahead. You're there.
You got me here?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool. Discord's messing up here. Yeah, man, you pretty much summed it up, the whole race. But yeah, I was just trying to keep it clean, like you said. This track was totally new to me to start with, and the rain did not help. I don't run in the rain either. So, yeah, it started to come down, and before this race, we were all looking forward to it. Like, oh, rain finally, we get to run in it, see what's up. And I got to tell you, I don't want to do this ever again. That was brutal. And I think it was showing when it really started coming down. I didn't know how they were going so much quicker, all the guys around. I ended up bleeding a couple spots, but the whole time I was thinking, yeah, just don't put it off the track at all. Just keep doing your thing. And sure enough, all the guys that went by me ended up having issues, and just kind of slowly worked our way back into third, which is where I was running in the dry before all that. So really happy just to finish here. Micah made it real interesting coming to the end there, gaining on me to the last corner. But yeah, to get third is awesome, and happy to be the points leader now.
Points are out, and you are the points leader by 4 over Daniel, and we will talk to him here in a little bit. So it's obviously, he has now emerged as we knew it wouldn't be you alone at the top, but he has now emerged as one of those that's going to challenge you all season long. Hunter Ingrave is third despite his finish. Alexis Newsom falls to fourth. Brian Blauman is in fifth. But for you, now it's off the road courses for a little bit, and we head back to the ovals. New Hampshire's up next. How you feeling about heading to the short ovals? I know they're not necessarily your favorite, but it's better than a road course, right?
Yeah, for sure. New Hampshire, I think, will be fun. The real flat, shorter ovals, I do kind of like. I know we got Richmond coming up soon, which I am not looking forward to, but New Hampshire should be a fun one. But yeah, you mentioned Daniel. I think, he's obviously really good, so just gonna have to manage and just kind of be consistent and just get what I can get going forward, and hopefully we don't have another rain race, because I feel like he's untouchable in those. So we'll see what's going on, but yeah, I'm looking forward to New Hampshire, and yeah, just planning on trying to talk to y'all every week will be the goal.
I have heard more than one person on these podium interviews say, if I can talk with you every week, that will pretty much get me to mostly where I need to be. So, it worked out for those other folks when they said it. So I suspect it's going to do the same for you. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, just all the Lake Norman guys. Blauman coming on this season is super fun to run with, and he absolutely showed us all up tonight. I think he got a new computer too, which he's flying now on it, and it was really cool to see with his speed here in the dry and then also in the wet. Didn't even change, so he had a good race. Gavel and Wadsworth also. Those being our traditional NASCAR guys coming over here, and it's super cool to see them hanging in the top 10 in the rain here. So, yeah, super fun running with all those guys. Stanley too, even though he had a rough night. Rexing even. Good group this year and on Thursdays, so always enjoy running with them. And then shout out to John Cutlip with JD Designs for painting up our schemes here.
Well, congratulations on the P3, another podium. All your finishes this season have been in the top 5, so that's a good streak. 2 straight podiums now. So we will see you when we get back to the ovals when we go to New Hampshire in a week. A brutal 5-week stretch to start the season, but settling in as the points leader after round 3. Congratulations, Tyler. We'll see you in a week.
Yep, appreciate it.
Let's bring up the aforementioned Brian. Here he is. And bring him into the booth. Hey, Brian, congrats on the P2 and the pole today. I guess we noticed, we went back and looked. I think Lewis was asking me, when was the last race that the leader put a hurting on the field like Daniel did today? And we looked back, it was Sonoma. And lo and behold, you finished second in that race too. So you're like best in class on 2 road course whooping races. But different conditions all the way around today. Started off dry. And you opted, I believe, for the prime tire. Everyone else in the lineup pretty much went with the alternate tire. And then that entire first stint was a heck of a shootout between you and Daniel. But when the rain came, it just kind of separated you two. Maybe that you weren't used to the rain conditions as maybe much as Daniel was or whatever. But talk about the difference between that first stint dry, second stint wet, and trying to keep up with Daniel.
Yeah, well, that first stint was awesome. That was so much fun. I knew everyone was going on the Reds, and I just had a feeling that it was going to take a few laps, even if the rain came a little early for the track to get wet enough. And that gamble work paid off and kept got me the lead there at the end of the first stint. But yeah, as soon as we put the wets on, I mean, Daniel just was clearly in a league of his own tonight, and it was just a matter of being best of the rest and just keeping it on the track. All props to him. I have no idea how he was that quick. Usually you can get an idea when the guy is, like half a second, a lap faster or something, but 2 to 3 seconds a lap, it was just crazy.
I mentioned this during the broadcast. I don't know if you do this, but when IndyCar did come here to Silverstone in 78, Danny and Gaius started from the pole, and you started from the pole today, and that's your third career pole position. You're starting to put together, as I call, both halves of the stories. You got the pull down, or you're getting these good starts, and now you're starting to get these good finishes. And now you look into the points, and we're 3 races into this championship. When things kind of start getting serious, as we're in the middle of a brutal 5-race run, you're now 5th in the points, 27 points back. In contention. It's not a late run. It's not one of those mid-season runs. You're kind of starting the season on a good foot, and that's got to bode well for you, especially if you can put 2 halves of the story together for the remainder of this season to be a player right there with the rest of your Lake Norman teammates on the top side of the points.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, these first 2 races actually been pretty terrible. We got really unlucky at Motegi, just the yellow coming out 1 lap too late, and then had some internet issues last race. So this was always a race I knew I could bounce back and get a good result and kind of reset myself near the top of the points. But it's a long season. Every race you got to treat as its own thing. And just going to try and build on this as we head to the next couple of ovals.
Tyler said that you got a new computer. What'd you get?
I'll keep that a secret, but let's just say frame rate was not an issue tonight.
Okay, what are we rocking for the graphics card then?
It's top of the line AMDX.
Okay, so it's an AMD. Yeah. Okay, so it's not an NVIDIA. Okay, So I will say, from your point of view, with that a high-end graphics card, it had to look pretty out there with the rain beating off your aero screen, did it not?
Oh, I mean, you still could see.
But it looked good, right? It looked good.
It looked good if I could see. The very few times where, it stopped raining, in parts, like a corner here or there, it looked great. But I'm glad I had it, though, tonight. Didn't have any frame rate issues like some of my teammates were having. So I'm just very glad that the timing worked itself out, that I got a new PC just in time for this one. So.
Well, congrats on the new rig, and congrats on the P2. Now 5th in the points. Heading back to the ovals. We'll see you in a week when we get to New Hampshire. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, every time I come up here, I always give you guys a shout-out for putting the race on. I always enjoy watching the broadcast the next day. And then also shout-out to Lake Norman for giving me a chance to be on board with them this year. I'm looking forward to continuing to work with them in the future. It's really nice having a great group of teammates to rely information on. So, looking forward to the rest of the season with them.
All right, Brian Blauling finishes 2nd today, starts from the pole, now 5th in the points. We're heading to New Hampshire next. We'll see you there.
Appreciate it.
And let's bring up the man that put a hurting on the field today and, led 53 laps. We'll get rid of that graphic and bring that up a little bit later. But here's his march at the start. Never really went as low as 4th. So here he is joining us in the booth for the first time when we just knew it was a matter of time. You talked with Lewis before. That's the first time I get a chance to talk with you. Daniel Falkingham put a Falking hurt on the field today, my friend. Best in class. Best in class was kind of Brian today. You were like ahead of everyone. So let's talk about your rain racing prowess here in a second. But first, we're kind of watching the replay of early on during the dry when you and Brian were slugging it out. That had to be a lot of fun. You on the red tires, Brian on the prime tires. What was it out like there, just slicing it up and dicing it up down these long straights with Brian? It had to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it was a blast being on those different tires because, taking a look at the radar before the race, I was seeing, there was weather on the way. It was closing in, but I thought I was going to get here quicker than it did, so that's why I went with the reds because I felt like they were going to hang on long enough for us to get to the wets. But we went through an entire fuel stint before the weather got there, and when we pitted for the first time, that was our normal pit stop, putting on the wets and whatnot. So so we definitely lost some time there, just from the difference on tires, because I knew if there was going to be a really dry part to this race, especially at the start, I would have probably gone on the blacks. But just seeing that weather radar, I just wanted to get on the quick tires to see if the weather would come. But that wasn't the case. But thankfully, our prowess in the wet came into play, and we were able to run down Brian in 2 or 3 laps, and then right there it was kind of setting sail, and there was curtains from there, but did a little BTA to the field there. But I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't have good feel with these conditions. I really love driving in the rain, the wet. I just think it's just the most fun racing you can do. I'm so glad it's part of iRacing now. I know it's been here for almost 2 years now, and it's so much fun when I get to do any sort of wet racing. But now Brian and I, we were duking it out there it was a lot of fun. We kept it nice and fair. I didn't mean to block him on that one restart because I forgot to change my fuel map back to normal because I left it in 8 on the restart, so that's why he had such an insane run on me on the restart. So I didn't mean to chop him off like that, but I do apologize about that. But yeah, thankfully we didn't kill each other, but it's really fun that you can run. We were running really close with each other too into a lot of corners, right through Stowe, through the first corner on the Star. We got really close, but there was no contact. We kept it nice and fair. So shout out to Brian. That was a lot of fun racing him there, but glad that wet weather could come through for me. But I don't know what it could have been in the dry. I think we still had a decent enough pace where we could have battled for the win even if it stayed dry, but definitely ain't going to complain about the weather coming in.
Let's talk about, you kind of mentioned it, you're still learning in these cars, obviously, and one of the, I think it even happened to Brian Lawson during the Real Indy 500. I think he was in the wrong fuel map at a restart and about checked up the entire field and then got freight train going into turn 1. So still learning the car. Talk about the learning curve on this car for you. We know that you're a stock car driver. We know you're one of the East NASCAR guys, and you won the Elite Racing League's Daytona 500. What's the learning curve for you like in these cars? And then talk about your wet racing resume. Where'd you learn to race in the wet? And how were you so much better than everyone else in a car that you're kind of still learning?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I'm still learning this car a little bit, but I mean, it's a car that I've been driving a lot over the last couple months because, I mean, I love IndyCar racing, but I mean, NASCAR is still my number one. It's always been like my priority, and it's just the one I thrive in the most. But I love exploring like other cars, like dipping into other cars, especially like whether it's oval, whether it's road. Like, I love doing this. I love doing IMSA. I love doing like a lot of other like road racing series and stuff too. But so yeah, kind of just something for me to do, just something different. And we're still trying to learn the ovals, which is kind of funny for me to with these cars, because like with me being an oval guy, I should really be able to pick it up, but still kind of learning on like how to like to drive the Indy car on an oval and like how to like get through like a stint and whatnot. But yeah, it's definitely like a lot of fun driving, like just something that's way out of my comfort zone, but also just my road racing abilities. I feel very strongly about them too, because like I feel like I'm pretty good on road, and just with the wet, I don't know, I will watch F1, watching IndyCar, just watching so many road racing series where you do see them in the wet, just watching a lot of onboards and kind of just driving a little bit like in the sim of just like other different types of cars, like what lines you got to take, what lines you don't take, learning like trying not to go through aquaplaning through the puddles, trying to stay off the white lines, staying off the curbs, and just seeing like where the grip is. I love that aspect of racing a lot, trying to like learn and just trying to find every little bits of grip you can get, and I think it really played to my strength, because you saw I think we put a minute on the whole field, so don't know if we've seen a performance like that in a while, but felt good out there. Kind of pulled Lewis Hamilton 2008 British Grand Prix performance out there, but no, it's just, this stuff is just so much fun. Hopefully we have some more wet races in the future, because I've generally had a blast there. But yeah, over here we're still trying to learn the IndyCar and just a lot of other areas, but right now we're still having a blast no matter what.
And knows his history too. Talk about the learning curve with this car coming from the stock cars. One of the things we often hear from the stock car guys is they get over here and it's too difficult, or it's too big. Now they're too busy in the cockpit. Now you, on top of that, even in a fixed setup race, you have to worry about deploying and regenerating on the hybrid. How much more busy are you in a cockpit of an Indy car than you are in a sixth generation stock car?
Yeah, it's definitely different, because all we got in the next gen is you got the steering wheel, then you got a brake bias adjuster. That's
right.
What we have, and it's nice and simple. But yeah, definitely with the IndyCar, you gotta play with like roll bars to how you like it. Play with weight jacker if we're on the ovals, and then just playing with that hybrid of like when to deploy, when to regen. But thankfully, it's straightforward on road courses for me, because you can deploy it. You just deploy it, and then when you have to lift and brake for the corners, it kind of just regens itself in a way as well. And you got that push path, which I barely even used in the wet, so that really didn't even become a factor tonight. But still, like I said, still just my love for racing, man. I love doing this stuff and just getting to explore other kinds of vehicles, because like I'm one of those guys that loves all types of racing. I love endurance racing, sports cars, and of course NASCAR my number one, but I still love like open wheel stuff too. Just my love for racing, man. I just yeah, but yeah, definitely still vastly different. I'm still trying to learn every single week, but like more importantly, we're having fun out here, and that's the important thing.
Well, we're going to get you more interested in IndyCar. Trust me. If that's the last thing I do, we're going to get you more interested in IndyCar. We do need to get you out of that Oreo livery into another more sporting IndyCar livery. So I don't know what that's going to be, but we got to explore that a little bit for you.
Yeah. I was like, this is a paint I literally just pulled off trading paint, because I don't really have like my own paint scheme. I really don't like have any like, I guess, quote unquote sponsors or anything, but definitely if I can get someone to make me like a custom Indy car or something special, that'd be nice. But I don't know, it's kind of like a resembling of Dale Jr.'s 2002 Busch Series car that he ran at Daytona and he won, so it's kind of resembled to that. But I mean, hey, it's Oreos, like you can't go wrong with Oreos and whatnot. But still a nice looking scheme. But yeah, I definitely got to find like an actual paint scheme or get myself made, or get myself one that's made. But
I'm sure there's some people listening.
We're still working in that.
I'm sure there's some people listening that can definitely help you out, and I'm sure some I know you got a team here in the series, but no teammates in the series. Maybe you might find some drivers that are now approaching you to work cooperatively with them in upcoming races. Well, we're heading off to New Hampshire next, a track that I know you're very familiar with. In the stock cars, these things behave very differently than the stock cars at New Hampshire, so you'll have a little bit of a learning curve there. You're second in the points now. You vaulted up to now 4 points behind Tyler Foyt, who's the leader after today. So three races into your freshman campaign in the series, you're now early favorite in the championship, so congratulations. But before we let you move on, we typically give you the microphone so you can shout out anybody, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you like to say hi to. So go right ahead. You earned it. You are the 37th different winner here in the IndyCar Series in the Elite Racing League, and the second first-time winner this season. Go right ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, one shot about New Hampshire. New Hampshire's my home track too, so definitely looking forward to. So yeah, definitely looking forward to New Hampshire, but of course the cars are so different, so it's definitely gonna be a big learning curve for me. But yeah, just shout out to Chad for putting all this stuff on. He runs so many series over here, and it's cool to be a part of this and on Wednesday nights too. But yeah, so shout out to him for putting all this stuff on. Thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast. Definitely gonna be a blast to go back and watch. Just definitely watch the battle at the start and then just see how we were in the wet, because like I bet visually the broadcast looked good in the rain. So,
you were so far ahead out in the lead. The second half of this race, there's not much video of it. We started bringing the attention to you with like 5 or so to go, but you put a hurting on everybody. It was no fun to watch you out there.
I mean, we did have a little oopsie out there because we did catch the white line that I ended up finding. I
we did catch.
Probably caught that.
No, we did catch that. So you did do your best version of Danny Sullivan. Yeah, we did catch that. But the rest of your race was pretty unremarkable, which I guess you really do want in the grand scheme of things.
Hey, whenever I'm leading and I got a big lead, it's never boring. Let me tell you that right now. But yeah, still, again, shout out to you guys broadcasting, and shout out to everyone who comes out and makes the series possible, who comes out and races. Definitely a blast racing with everybody over here, because like they know what they're doing over here. I'm still learning, but it's cool to meet new people over here. But shout out to everyone who raced, and shout out to everyone watching tonight. It was definitely a blast.
Congratulations!
And shout out to P1 Broadcasting for sponsoring the series as well. Thanks to you guys.
We try our best, and it's good to have you here, an accomplished racer from another series, making a stand in IndyCar. Good to have you here. I hope to see more of you, but I don't doubt that we will actually, now that you're second in the points, and we're heading back to some oval races. And gosh, you're still learning these cars, so dangerous, so dangerous. But Daniel Foggingham gets the win. Congratulations. We'll catch you at New Hampshire.
All right. Yep, I appreciate you, Gary. Thank you.
No problem. And he is out. He is a very happy winner, Lewis. But a tale of many different races here. First of all, we had the first half where Daniel and Brian slugged it out, and then the rain came, and then Daniel took off down the road, never to be seen again. Brian pretty much had best in class, and Tyler Foyt really just kind of had the best of all things happen that could possibly happen. I don't want to say walks into a podium finish, because you still have to drive the car, and he has the ability, but things happened in front of him that allowed that podium to become a little bit more easier to step on for him, and he got there and is now our points leader. But a very interesting race for all of the top three, and now we're heading back to the ovals, and then finally we'll get a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you're right. New Hampshire, then after that Richmond? No,
yeah,
Long Beach. Yeah,
Richmond, and then
Richmond.
And then we get a week off, and then go to Long Beach, I think. Here, we'll bring up the schedule here.
That's really tough schedule with Motegi, Texas. Pretty hot there. Now wet and cold in Silverstone, then short and difficult and flat with New Hampshire, and then this oval short,
hard to pass,
but on the center it is really slippery and too much power on that track with this car in Richmond Raceway. So it's we have a really good race today. You know what is funny? The race in Sonoma finished Brian Bluman on second and Tyler Foyt on third. Same race. And today here with
it's a
Daniel
different winner.
And that day.
Yeah, it's a different winner.
Yeah. It didn't start that day. So not much to add to this race. To be honest, Daniel did a good job. Brian tried to keep it in front. Then he came with the raining. Bad decision on Stanley. A lot of people went go away because touched the green line, the green stuff actually, and then Tyler Foyt by looking, he finished on third. So it was a pretty nice race. I put my thought on Pedro also too, because the good battle between Brian and my guy.
Well, Pedro had a great battle with Hibbs, and another great battle with Tyler, and had a great battle with Hunter. I mean, those for third, fourth, fifth, sixth. That whole group of drivers in through there at what points in the race was really good. Good streaming to watch.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great entertainment for us, especially for something like Daniel went to 10 seconds ahead, and then with something like what else we can watch? Well, we watched this. It was a pretty good job for Daniel. So congratulations. Like you said, it's coming next one, New Hampshire. Something Daniel said is my track, but it's different stuff. It's really different to feel it. That in New Hampshire the track is. It's not easy to drive it over there. So especially in this kind of car, you have to also the weight jacket, also the RT-Roll, and also the hybrid, also the braking point when you're when to make the pass, or maybe when you come into the pit. It's a mix of stuff, and we have to see the condition on the track, if it's super hot or super cold. If it's super hot, it's going to be really difficult and for everyone. So good race for everyone. Thank you so much for everyone to watching us. We have a good viewers and the Thursday night, so it was a good show for everyone. And see you next week for another show here in ERN. And see you Tuesday for Fontana, California, and the Fixer Series in P1.
Another pack race. Do you remember when we had one of our last top split broadcasts from New Hampshire? Do you remember that race and how difficult it was for even those top split drivers? We had like 4 cautions or so in that little race. So I expect that these drivers, regardless of what their I rating is and what their experience is on other series or whatnot, I expect everybody to have a challenge ahead of them at New Hampshire tomorrow, next week. Because if the top split guys, where it's a top split of between 4 and 5K every week when we do those streams, if they were having a hard time in New Hampshire, I could only imagine that what some of these guys here that are at the top of the standings here in the Elite Racing League are going to have. So not to downgrade anybody here in the Elite Racing League, I'm just saying that it's a hard track. If the best of the best have a hard time at the track, it's just a hard track.
It is difficult. I remember my last race in New Hampshire was good to have it, but at the same time, it's really difficult to make the pass. When you're always happen, when you be on the leader, you have the best chance, and it's happened like a Motegi. You have only 2 or 3 chances to make the pass on the front, and then the leaders went away because the clean air and also the dirty air. But now it's a different stuff, because at that time we don't have the weight jacket, we don't have the anti-roll bar, we have just it's like a plate with the DW12. It's like a pure racing without adjustment inside the car. So now it's 5 or 6 stuff you have to figure out in the car, and also one more thing. So keep the car in the track and don't go too low, because if you're gonna spin, or just watching on front also too, because maybe the car on the front could be spin too. So it's a lot of things you can be watching, and I hope everyone for the racing for this league practice a lot, because it's not easy to race in New Hampshire. William White, the driver of the day, 27th spot, finish on 5th.
Well, you're not going to give it to Micah?
I'm gonna mention Micah Mixer because he finished on 13, but man, the way he went to 32 to finish on 5th,
okay,
on 27th spot is
Fair
really
enough.
a lot.
Fair
And
enough.
also I mentioned Micah Mixer, General Rexy with 18, Clendy with the black flag and coming on the 12, Victor Aldrich with the 14, and Yeah, I think that's the thing. But always it's difficult.
Yeah.
This condition with the wet track, with 27 spot is really difficult, man. It's really tough.
I gotta get this I gotta get this exit script read. That's what I'm trying to say. This outro before my music runs out here. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here for the inaugural running of the Silverstone Indy Grand Prix from the Silverstone circuit in the UK. Daniel Falkenham becomes the second first-time winner of the season, 37th different driver to win the race in the Elite Racing League's IndyCar Series, and now is second in the points for the P1 IndyCar Championship. Ryan Blauman starts from the pole, finishes second. Tyler Fode, now your new points leader by 4 points over Daniel Falkenham going into our next race at New Hampshire. Join us again next week as the championship campaign moves to the first of 3 oval races, short oval races this season. It's the New England 225 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Coverage starts around 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time right here on ERN, again at 7:45 p.m. Eastern, and you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com. Just keyword search Elite Racing Network. Now, as you know, the UQ algorithm game is not easy, so please help support ERN with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so to miss out on more of ERN's other iRacing programming, including the Tanks.GG Truck Series, Sundays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Racecraft Grand National Series, Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But if you have an itch for more IndyCar racing, and we know you do, and you want to get an early dose of road course racing before next, more oval racing before next Thursday, we could also check out our open wheel Tuesday nights doubleheader starting at 7:15 with the Indy Oval Series, followed by the Indy Next Oval Series at 9:30. Or 8:30, excuse me. So check those out over on P1 starting at 7:15 on Tuesday. The Elite Racing League IndyCar Championship naming rights are paid for by P1 Broadcasting. P1 is an elite esports broadcast. I wouldn't say we're elite, but Elite Racing League is elite. But P1 is an esports broadcaster specializing in online sim racing on the iRacing platform. P1 is a proud supporter of the Elite Racing League's IndyCar US 500 and Triple Crown Challenge. To learn more about P1 and request a quote for your iRacing League, check out their link and social media links in the description. P1 can be found on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and Linktree. You can find everything you need in the description. I got time. I'm going to be able to read this before the music runs out. Special thank you to the Elite Racing League premier sponsors, Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil School of Racing, and Tom Bolin Ford. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg. Fueling small businesses to win big. Worldwide Technology Raceway is a premier motorsports facility located in Massillon, Illinois, just minutes from downtown St. Louis and the iconic Gateway Arch. To learn more about their marquee events, especially the IndyCar race in 2026, check out their link in the description. Lucas Oil School of Racing is dedicated to developing the next generation of open-wheel drivers through professional instruction, real race cars, and real on-track experience. And Tom Bolin Ford is your trusted Ford dealership who offers extensive new and pre-owned inventory, as well as lease specials, finance options, and expert auto service. To learn more about all these premier partners, all the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries to learn more about Elite Racing League and what we do, subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on X and Instagram. So for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at the Elite Racing League and the Elite Racing Network and P1, I'm Gary Gotzo saying all good night and thanks for watching. To all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again next week in New Hampshire for the next race up, the Elite Racing League's P1 IndyCar Championship. Good night.